Is it better? Is it still low? I, I genuinely can't tell. It's at like minus 18. Like, when I opened OBS, it was at minus 18 for some reason. I don't know why, but OBS has been screwing my sound up quite a lot lately. So hey, how's it going? I'm back. Perfect. Um, Yo Lich, Yo Fringe, Yo Z, Yo Don, and Yo Silic. I mean, I've seen Silic today already, so I don't really need to say hi, but... no. Not at all. I'm just glad I'm done. TBH. Yeah. I mean, the exams today went alright. Not great, but a lot better than the first attempt. So, I am making improvements, I'm just not sure if I'm improving fast enough, given how late I took care of a lot of stuff. Which is basically my entire issue with the studies. It's not that I had a time where my mental health was just really bad and I couldn't really do much productive in that way. And I'm only slowly getting to the point where I can study properly again. And unfortunately, it's way too late to catch up, I think. But I'll talk with the student councils about it, what I can do, if I can try it another time, which usually isn't the case in Germany, but there are probably exceptions. It's complicated. I don't think there's a limit on retries for our university, but it's like I have a certain amount of semesters I can take, and if I can't reach them in time, I can't get enough credits. Like, I have to reach a certain amount of credits in each semester, and there are some extensions, but I've pretty much used most of these extensions already. So I gotta see what options I have now. Can Godot do your homework for you? I mean, depends what your homework is, really. I don't think I can make a blanket statement here. It is me, Yo Hexen, how's it going? It is indeed a me. I have finally finished my exams, potentially forever, but that's a different problem. For now I'm just glad it's over with. So, today what we're going to do is work on some art for a DnD campaign I'm planning to do very soon. With some IRL friends, but we might not be able to do it in person because of different reasons. God damn it, Lich. I heard Godot likes coffee. But I guess Godot nuts go very well with coffee. But yeah. Let me show you what I've been working on so far. So I've made a template for each character, like for basic humanoid characters, but I've made some characters already. It's true, Godot can some coffee anywhere. But yeah, I've been working on making characters for my D&D campaign I'm doing IRL. The campaign is set in Ravnica, like the Magic the Gathering setting in Ravnica. They have an official campaign book, like setting book for Ravnica, published by Wizards of the Coast, so that's cool, I guess. I've also bought it the other day, so I have it in my bookshelf. And I thought, in case I can't do the campaign in person, it would be nice to have some tokens for the characters. And what better way to do tokens than, do my own character, like my own pixel art spin on the characters. Since I think that would just be me. Since it's, you know, what I do. It's what I do. And yeah, Jace was the one I started with, simply because he's a recognizable character and a character I'm probably going to use. Actually, I should probably do it like this. But yeah. Yeah, definitely prefer that. My plan for today is just catching up a bit, discussing plans for the next few weeks or whatever in terms of streaming. And just, you know, let you all know that I live, I am alive, somehow. Against all odds. I don't think my players are going to see this, but in case they do, I'm not planning on showing anything that would be spoilers for the campaign. Like, all the characters are public figures that I'm going to do. The more secretive characters I'm going to do off stream. But characters like the one I'm working on now, it happens. It happens to the best of us. The characters I'm working on now are just public figures, yeah. People you're going to know if you live in Ravnica. Let me check if I have a reference image for you. Aurelia. She sure looks like a Boros angel. That's pretty much all I can say about her. She looks like a Boros angel. So she has like plate armor with a sun sigil on it. She has a weird sort of helmet with like a diamond shape on it. Pretty straightforward Legion stuff. Something like this. I'm definitely going for more chibi style, so I don't mind if they look a bit, you know, simplified. Let me raise this higher. She also has hair, long hair. And the helmet is kind of spiky like this. Hair, I'll just... It's not gonna look particularly high effort. Like the hair, it's just gonna kind of hang on the side. For now I'm just sketching, by the way. I'm not yet doing anything with colors. She has very square shoulder plate thingies. You know what I'm going to do her hair later. I'm first focusing on making these things work. And she has... Yeah, she has some gauntlets. not particularly much I need to add here. So how has everyone been while I was gone? I hope you all survived my absence. I know I'm a very important part in everyone's lives. It was very terrible that I was gone for that long. Promise I will never abandon you again. No, but like, I don't know. Obviously I was struggling a lot with the exams, and I've been very stressed about all of this. So now, just being done with it, I'm very happy that I don't have to worry about it for the foreseeable future, at least. She also has plate boots. Woman is a walking square. Jump does in fact make you jump. How do I... Trying to make her hair work in a way that doesn't look weird, and I'm failing at it. I need a different reference picture. Or a second reference picture. Really, It's probably gonna look better in color as well. I need to keep that in mind. Currently I'm working without color. And now I need to add wings. Luckily I have an obsession with drawing wings, so this is the easiest task for me. I don't know why I'm obsessed with drawing wings, but... let me move. Go. Up a little bit more. Yeah. The same on the other side. 2, 2, 1, 1, 3, 2. I can go. Match. Ah. Why? What? Let's never change, but please change. No, but I don't know for how long I'm going for today as well, by the way, because I am kind of tired. Like, I am exhausted. It's been a long day, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. No, seriously, it's not even. She sure has wings. Sure is Aurelia. Okay. It is indeed the angry Boros lady. Ah, it's saved as a reference image. Just to get colors. But yeah, one of my plans for the next few weeks is Mariamon. I definitely want to play that. It seems super cool. I'm enjoying watching Dan's Nuzlocke and I want to do one myself. So that's gonna happen. Not even a question of if it's going to happen, it is going to happen, just when. I'm also thinking, I saw something cool the other day, which is like a list of, like a website that allows you to compile like a list of your favorite Pokemon, which might be... I'm gonna do a Nuzlocke. I know enough about Pokemon to feel confident in doing it. And it's a fun challenge, so I just like doing it. 75. Uh, 355. And yeah. So I'm definitely gonna do a Nuzlocke of that. Just because it's gonna be fun. And again, I'm also thinking about doing like a tier list of my favorite Pokemon, or just a list of my favorite Pokemon in general. Because I do like a lot of Pokemon and I have strong feelings about others. I mean, eventually I'm going to want to make just a tier list, but I do think just making a thing of like my favorite Pokemon would be fun for the time being. Alright, that doesn't sound ominous at all. Are you gonna elaborate on that, or are you just gonna run off and... I guess it's fine. Sure, it's fine. Okay, so that's Aurelia's hair. I might do some more stuff like... Yeah. Just because her hair is very... How do I say it? Unkept, yeah, in a way. Like... 55, 5, 100, 45, 10, 30. Yeah, I can go lower. 25. And then like 10. I need to hue shift that. Should be 15 and 20 respectively. Because hue shifting is important. It just adds a little bit of touch of, like, the way light works is weird. Okay. Yeah, I got it from the official page, I believe. Like, they have an official page by now. Yeah. Which color? I'm asking questions I never thought I'd ask. Like, what color are Aurelia's eyebrows? So, yeah. Her eye color is Divine Wrath. Oh no! Can I color pick Divine Wrath out of your eyes, please? Thanks, Miss the law above. Really appreciate it. Um, 160. 50. 55. 40, and that's it. 20, 60. It's true, at least they do. I just saw the one-winged. Not gonna lie, Sephiroth with rainbow wings looks kinda great. I need a better color for Divine Wrath. Let's try this. Did I not copy it? I didn't. How do I math? See, this is why I'm failing my exams. I can't even subtract 20. I... Uh... 5... 35... Not that it matters at this point. Let's try... that also doesn't quite work. Finding a good color for this is kind of difficult, like, just based on the colors I have in original artworks. Because I'm trying to keep the color somewhat close. $110. 30. Alright. Hope works. Blah, 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 blah. Hope work treats you well. Well, that's almost the same color. God damn it. Let's try a more golden, like a golden yellowish. Like actually just a higher saturated yellow might work. I'm going to experiment with these colors for ages. I'm gonna promise you that now. It's fine. I still do not know how to subtract 20. It's starting to become a problem. 175 and 40. That way I can also reuse it as gold, like just gold. You know what, good enough. That's probably a good color for the plating. But yeah. Yeah, true. True. You're so right. You know. I should be excused from maths for the next century. I'd be okay with that. Just a golden trim, like. And then the rest of the armor is like this. Yeah. What is it called of that weird insignia? It's like an orange. Orange. Chat, I can talk. Orangish color. Talking is overrated, right, chat? Please tell me I don't need to talk ever again. I say, subjecting myself to talking. You know, this was my choice. Anyway. Moving on. Yeah, I think this is good. Yeah, something like this. I see, this is gauntlet. So I missed a pixel here. Oops. Decided. Cancel. I didn't want to close this. Anyways. Yeah, like that. Second one is like trimmed. Chest helmet. Should be. Yeah, let's do I do like how she's looking. Like, this is turning out great. It's But yeah, I'm definitely planning to do a Nuzlocke and Marmon. I'm also thinking if I want to try other ROM hacks for Emerald. Um, but in general, just I want to try stuff. Like now that I finally have time, potentially forever. Um, okay, not forever, but you know. I want to use that time while I have it. You know, do something. And that includes doing stuff for stream. Okay. Like this. Because like for the last few years really, I never really could do anything, and now that uni might not be working out, I might just take a little bit of time to do things again. Because also game dev has been a lot slower in the last few, especially months, simply because my exams and all that took so much time and energy. This is Aurelia, yes. This is Aurelia the Law Above. Or Aurelia War Leader, or... There are a lot of names you can go with. But yes, this is Aurelia. I'm planning on doing a DnD campaign set in Ravnica. So... a lot of the characters I'm going to do the Guild Masters today, specifically. That's my plan for today. I want both of these to be a bit redder. Not quite as red, actually. 5 and you 10. Yeah, you should be 5. A lot of this is fine adjusting the values. Fine tuning until I like them. Not 10, 0. So you 10, 75. 75. But yeah, yeah, I've also checked the wiki and stuff. Like I've downloaded a bunch of images as reference, and also so I can show them to players later. Later down the line. But yeah. Is there a manga styled Aurelia? I know there are some manga styled cards for some characters, but I didn't know there was one for Aurelia. I know there's a manga styled Nicole Bolas and Liliana, I believe. I believe also Jace. But yeah. I gotta check that later, that sounds interesting. But I'm also not completely surprised either. I don't quite like how this looks. I think I like the style I went with on the other one better. Yes, apparently. I don't know how, but apparently. Um, as I was saying, what was the last thing you heard me say, actually? Uh... Yeah, but yeah, what I usually do is I look up like one artwork of the creature I'm working on that I particularly like, and use that as a reference, like 1 or 2 artworks, just to get the colors correct. Not much more. But yeah, that was weird. Yeah, I was curious if there's a better angle for her hair, because her hair is a bit weird. The wiki page actually has a very good artwork for that. I think from Murders of Karloff Manor, that artwork has a very good angle for her hair. I really like how these wings are looking, by the way. Yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. I think I'm actually just going to copy this over, because that's pretty much exactly how I want it. Let me just save her hair somewhere else. Let's take her hair and move it somewhere else for the time being. I'm gonna need that layer later anyways, so... but Habajaba... Angels are eating my angels. I don't know if I've talked about the Switch 2 yet with anyone. I mean, I was on Hexen's stream at one point talking about it, but I don't think I've streamed myself since then. So what does everyone think about the Switch 2? Swords. Like, I personally, I am looking forward to it, but I do think it's currently too expensive for me to justify the purchase. Just barely, but... Yeah, that's also valid. It is admittedly not looking too great right now in that regard for the US. And it sucks that it is that way. Because it really, really shouldn't have to be this way, but alas. I mean, you can barely tell that it's a sword, but that's fine. You can barely tell that that's two swords, but that's also fine. I'm happy. I would say I'm happy with Aurelia. The only thing is maybe the eyes are a bit too... okay, now. Now that's... the wrong layer, but that's fine. Thank you. I mean, I have a lot of experience with wings by now, as I said, but yeah, I mainly just did what I usually do, where I break it up into like small more or less triangle shapes. Like, the way I usually do wings is first I draw like the outer arc, and then I do smaller slices inside that arc, and then I just add triangle shapes to simulate feathers. It's not as visible in pixel art, though I think it actually looks better in pixel art than in hand-drawn art, but I also do it when I draw it by hand. I'm actually thinking, should I maybe, for the swords, should I just have them glow all the way through? I think that might look better. I think you recognize more that it's swords that way, or at least that it's something she's holding, and not just part of the feathers, wings. Feathers later. Feathers a later problem. But yeah, that's Aurelia, the war leader. Yo, how's it going? You arrived just in time for us to take a break, because ads are going to start soon, unfortunately. But yeah, how's it going? Been working on DnD token, like character tokens based on magic characters, which is cool. And we're going to continue with that after the break as well. Oh, that's interesting. I'm not particularly good with servers, but that sounds interesting. I mean, I don't know much how that would work. Maybe I should. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, for IT security, that's very important to know. I tried doing IT security once. I might do it again at some point, but it's definitely not easy. See. Oh, thank you. I'll look at it during the break, so I'll be right back. The Twitch overlords want us to run ads, so I guess we're going to appease them by doing that, so you don't have to deal with pre-rolls. So until in like 3 minutes, I shouldn't go anywhere. Dang. Why is this the timeline we live in? Why is this real? I believe you that it is real, but why is it real? Yeah, it's probably the best not going too deep into politics on stream. We do have a politics channel on the Discord if you want to talk about it. So if you do want to talk about politics, we do have a place for it there. But I do agree it's probably not the best for stream. Even though I do feel your pain. It's fine. I'm not particularly particularly against it. It's just, it is probably better to keep it off stream. Alrighty, I'm back. Ads should be over, hopefully. Say, I think I'm happy with Aurelia. So who's next? I still have a bunch of characters left to do. I'll come back. Let's see. I have. I think I'm going to stick with medium-sized creatures for now, mainly because the bigger ones are going to take a while. Some of them at least. Grandfather Karlov. AKA just Karlov. One of the ghosts, specifically the current head of the opposite art. Well, back then the current head of the opposite art, now double dead. But oops. It's fine. It's fine. What is a little murder? Do you have an image of Karlov? Karlov. I have a reference image. He is a ghost. That's pretty much all there is to him. So let's start by sketching him. He's big. Like he's larger than most characters. Wrong layer. Let me just move his head up. He wears robes, like wide robes. I don't really need to keep any reference because his proportions, while vaguely similar to a human, are also kind of different. What the things immortality do to a man, I guess. Probably a bit wider still. Kind of well, the opposite art buys you some good food, I guess. I just love the setting, by the way. Like, Ravnica as a setting for Magic the Gathering is really cool, and having it as a D&D setting is really interesting because, like, there are so many factions you have to pay attention to. There's so much guild politics that you work with. Like, for an intrigue-based campaign, Ravnica is so good. Do I need to change anything else? No, otherwise. I mean, I guess he's angry. Can make him angry. Ropes are like that. But yeah, at some point I would love to stream a campaign of a Ravnica D&D at some point as well. Probably not with the one I'm doing with my IRL friends, because I feel like a lot of them will not be okay with being on stream. But at some point I might. I really love Catch Me If You Can. Both versions of it. Like, this is the Sonic Riders Zero Gravity version. But like, both versions of the song are really good. But Sonic music in general is just way too good. Yeah! I actually weirdly prefer the original version more, but both are really good, so it's like comparing what are two very good things. It's like pie and cake, right? Both are really good. I like it. But no, not everyone has to like it, right? That's also fair. I do know that I have some weird tastes in some things. Okay. Do we go with this? Yeah, I think we do it like this. He has like weird sort of claws. Which is weird. It makes me question if he was even human, but I think that point is kind of moot considering how long Karloff was probably dead already. Speaking of, how do I color this guy? He's very pale. As in, he's dead. He has been for quite some time. I need to stress how dead this character is. He's a pretty good businessman for someone who's been dead for centuries. Like a weird pale greenish. I mean, it's a color you would expect from a ghost. Yeah. I'm probably not going to use much darker colors. I might actually go only 80 because and only 15 because he is kind of a ghost, so you know I should keep it relatively desaturated. I do think it should be a bit more saturated though. And then 70 and 30. 40. That's pretty much all the color you're getting out of this guy. I again need to stress how dead this guy is. Then, yeah, that's pretty much most of it already. Hollow Knight's OST is also one of those really good ones. in such a weird spot with Silksong, because on the one hand I kinda can't wait for it to come out, but at the same time it also has been in hiatus for so long, or in development, I don't know, that it's difficult to feel invested in it now, right? Yeah, I believe it was Resting Grounds. You are in fact correct. Yeah, Creeper, how's it going? I'm working on some sprites, like tokens for DnD. Since I'm planning to do a D&D campaign soon with some IRL friends set in Ravnica, which is a Magic the Gathering setting. So I'm working on making like some tokens based on the characters in like my pixel art style, because I think it would be neat to have tokens of these characters. That's Terraria. It's a lot harder to do recognizable eyes when the character doesn't have pupils. I mean, to be fair, both of them have very recognizable OSTs, which I think is a huge strength of them. Oh, do I need anything else? I'm still not happy with how Carlos' eyes look. But overall, I think this is good. Again, it's kind of difficult working on a character when he, like, working on making a character recognizable when he has only, like, 3 colors. Because he's dead. It has been. But I'm happy with this. This was easy. So who's next? Lazar. Which I guess it's one of his many faces. Their many faces. Lazar. They unsurprisingly dress kinda unassuming. They also don't have a face. Or they do, but you know. Like they're wearing a cloak that's completely obscuring their eyes. And then they wear a cloak, and that's pretty much all the recognizable things they have. Because, well, I mean, they are literally the head of a secret spy organization. I would be kind of surprised if they would dress more. That one hooded rogue in the corner of the tavern, but like, they can shapeshift, so they have many faces. Many faces. They might also be a pile of worms. I'm not. The law isn't particularly clear in that. Have like a belt, which is to say they don't wear anything recognizable. They have a belt. They're wearing a chest plate, like a not a fancy chest plate, like a leather thing. And that's pretty much already it in terms of recognizable features on Lazar. At least of the things I can display, like show without color. So let's get from sketching into actually... What kind of boots do you wear? You probably wear completely normal boots because you're Lazov. Anything more fancy would be a liability. So it's like a leathery brown because it's a leather coat. Let's go with one brighter color. That'd be N25. And then just darker because this person lives in the shadows. But yeah, I guess to explain a bit about all the characters I do, currently I'm working on the guild masters of different guilds of Ravnica. Because again, my campaign is set in Ravnica. Oh! That's... I wish you luck. That sounds... like it might be difficult. Having to get data off of broken devices always sucks. So I really hope it's working just fine. Oh, it might be. I mean, that's better than it's being broken slightly. Get used to that brown, by the way. It's pretty much the only color in this entire design. Lazov is not going to engage in colors if it can be avoided. But yeah, I guess to explain the character, he is the guild master of House Demir, which is officially like male people. They have libraries, they do archives, that sort of stuff. Unofficially, they are like an evil spy organization intent to throw Ravnica into chaos. Fun. So a lot of it's kind of just here. And he does a bunch of stuff in secret, takes control over a bunch of criminal organizations. He has the agents in like every place you could possibly think of. Like, he's a fun character. I like the concept. Even if his design doesn't necessarily add a lot to work with. What is your face? You have hair. The color of your hair is boring white, but oh, I see. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I hope it's still working. And that you can get the data of it before you have to find out if it's working or not. Yeah. New skin is like whatever Scar is for color. 80, 20, so 95, 35, 25. I mean, you could Why am I seriously considering the implications of this? I mean, for one, you could just make a script that gives you an item called coffee. You know, in-game coffee is still coffee, I guess. But also, you can I mean, if you can interface with the Twitch API with Godot, you can probably interface with... this needs to be a different color. Don't know what the color needs to be yet. And you are getting some scars. Custom multifarious does not look... how do you describe how Lazov looks? Like, he's very much like his skin does not fit properly. Like, he looks very much like his skin does not fit properly on his body. And he doesn't have a real face, so like... I don't need to bother showing his face, even if I were to, like... This is the thing, even with this token, it's like, he doesn't really have a recognizable face, so it's not like I can portray him wrong. I'm kind of shocked how good this actually looks, by the way. Like, given that it's all just brown. Brown on brown. Works surprisingly well. I need some sort of metallic color, but... also not much. So like one color is probably enough. I just need it for like accents. But overall, I really like this. It looks good. Does he have anything on his hood? Not really. He probably has something on his shoes, if I were to guess. And yeah, that's pretty much, that's Lazov. At least that's his actual look. How, like how the cards portray him. How Lazov actually looks, who knows? Or how he looks when you encounter him, that's a completely different question. That's Lazov done. I've one, maybe two more characters in me. It's going to be a short stream today, I'm going to promise it now. I am not at full energy levels today. I mean, I had to prepare for my exam and had to write 2 of them today. So like, Charlotte VOD. Jarrod is the Golgari Guildmaster right now. And he's dead as well. Well, undead. He isn't dead anymore. But that's also been a new thing. Let me get an image of Jarrod. I don't have one yet. Jarrod Vodzavo. There is a picture of him, so... Save image as Jarrod. Savo. Okay, so he has a skull on his head. Weird behavior in my opinion, but okay. Keep doing this, I keep working on the wrong layer. Does he still have hair? I can't tell. Don't think so. He has like... But he does have like spikes on the side of his head. Which are probably also part of the skull or bone or whatever he's carrying around with him. Whatever that poo creature is. I'll add the ice maker. You know, there's an even more sophisticated joke here. I'm not sure if I'm glad or not that he didn't think of it. I sure as hell won't inform you. There are a bunch of living things on top of him. Mainly mushrooms. Like a plate thingy. How do his legs look? Does he even have legs? I'd assume he has legs. Yeah. and then he just... He does not wear anything like shoes and stuff. He does wear clothes. He's green, which might come from the fact that he's also dead. If I had a nickel for every dead person I sprite to the stream, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that you know the joke. 50, 25. 65, 15. Yeah, it's looking a bit desaturated. No, but that's because I don't really order burgers without the potato. No, more power to you if you do. I'm not gonna stop you or anything. I didn't want to do this on this layer, but that's fine. Meh. 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 I'm making weird noises today. It's fine, chat. I'm not crazy, you're crazy. I mean, I do think it would be annoying if you know that, like if you can notice the pickle flavor even though you ordered it. I mean, that's why you order it without pickle, right? So you don't have to. So I bet it would be annoying. Yeah, but how much about it do that? Yeah, shit, Chase. I will likely have to change these because, yeah, he has like face markings. Let me get the bones. Because this guy is wearing a bunch of bones. Because there's not a single normal person on Ravnica. Everyone is unhinged and wearing bones and stuff all the time. Uh, 60... 15... I think you should be 10. You are 10. I see. And you should be 0, 25, and 45. Yeah, makes sense. And yes, normal people don't exist, especially not on Ravnica. Oh, Gerard. I do love that his hat has more recognizable eyes than his actual. Okay. I like how he's turning out. Um. And he has a bunch of skulls. What color is the lever? Something like that. 55, 10, 30. 25, 30, 30. Zero, and then like... Is it zero? Is it zero yet? It is zero yet. Okay, chat, what's 55 plus 15? I can't math. 70. Thank you. I do want to inform chat that this is not a bit. I'm genuinely this pathetic. I'm not in Hex. And I'm going to just let that statement stand that way. Oh, right. Yeah, something like this. This man is carrying way too much leather around. This is from SOB2, Sonic Roboblast 2. This is Deep Sea Zone, Deep Sea Zone, Act 1. I promise I can talk sometimes, not today. Roboblast is a fan game. It's made in the Doom engine, so it's on PC. Specifically SOB2. Why would someone make a Sonic game in the Doom engine? I don't know, but they did. Somehow it's actually pretty good. Five. Not necessarily. You can play it in first person, but by default it's third person, I believe. Though some think first person is the best way to play it. I'm personally not some people, but it's not top-down. It isn't. It is genuinely sick. Like, you would not think that game is possible if you didn't know about it. I need to stream it again at some point. I did stream it at one point. It is very fun. How do I best? Trying to better convey that this guy is angry. Jarad von Zabel, the at the time Golgari guildmaster, because the campaign is set right before the Zendika arc. So Jarad is at the time the guildmaster. I think this works. Maybe... actually, I think this works. He looks undead enough, I think that's fine. How close are we to the next ad break? Did it already run? Oops. Am I going to do one more character? Trash. Should I do one more character? I am tired, but... I also wouldn't mind doing another character. Without a gear, hang on, I can check that. View, show, grids. Yeah. The problem is he doesn't really have eyebrows, so doing something for having angry eyebrows is kind of difficult. Especially without losing the skull motif on the face. But I think I did good. I think it's recognizably Jar Outfit's armor. Okay. So let's do... I'm not doing Zagano right now. I'm doing Cranko. I need Cranko anyways, considering the first adventure in the Guild Master's Guide to Ravnica is Cranko's way, which is literally... It's Cranko! Do I have a picture of Cranko already? I don't think so, which is ironic. I mean, I have one in the Guild Master's Guide, but I have that physically, not digitally, so... it's Cranko, the guy with the magic shift. Well, not anymore. Cranko. Cranko. I mean, he looks like a goblin. So he has a weird sort of crown, which is interesting. He later actually gets a newer version of it that's actually well made, but at the beginning it's just a bunch of... I might make two versions of Cranko, because Cranko got a redesign in modern Magic stories. which I think is reflective of him gaining more wealth during the War of the Spark and stuff. So I don't think it's a bad redesign or anything. But yeah, it's basically just a bunch of spikes put together. Rather than a proper crown yet. That's why I kind of want to sell the shoddy craftsmanship kind of look. Like it was just thrown together. Most modern depictions, he has a beard, but I don't know how long he has had it. He also has a very big schnoz, as goblins tend to do, tend to have. Otherwise he has like a jacket. That's pretty much it. This isn't a particularly fancy character, you know. Cranker. Wearing like a white sort of loincloth. But he's really not the most complex character. I'm actually picking complexer parts of some of his designs to mix it up a bit. Like some parts of Crank 'em Up or some of the Cranker art from the Guildmaster's Guide. But yeah, overall, that's pretty much all there is to the design. So now it's just about actually coloring him. $5, $50, $45, $50, $60, $60. $5, $70, $55. And then 60, 80, 30. So doesn't wear shoes, at least initially he doesn't. I might do a second design for him that's based on his more modern appearance, where he became an actual mob boss and took this stuff actually serious. I mean, not that he didn't take it serious before, but you know what I mean. He has a goblin nose. Does he have eyebrows? I assume he has eyebrows. Do goblins have eyebrows? I'll go with yes. But yeah, this was before he had his fabulous beard or any of that. Physics. It's fine. Yeah. I think Cranko does. But it's definitely very subtle. He finally has normal eyes. I think he's the first character in this with normal eyes. In his entire campaign. They aren't glowing with magic or dead and rotting. Ring 5 by 155. Hundred 70. Okay, so that should be enough. I do love the asymmetrical aspect of like his design. Unlike most characters I made so far, he has a lot more imperfections in his design. Because his design isn't meant to be perfect, right? And then he has like a slightly pinkish nose, probably because like, you know, you see the blood. Now, Haba Jabba. Oops. That was weird. I know what happened there. But 45. And then 30, 25, 15. I think I should shift all of these red a bit more. So you are 5. You are 10. Just a little bit. And you are 15. Then 35. Also, I forgot to add his ears. You know, the most important thing on the goblin. Fine. Yeah, I think I like this. Yeah! And I actually like it. It feels like a genuine progression from basic mob boss type person to genuinely being like... He has his original design has like a very noticeable like his lip is very noticeably redder. Trying to convey that in a way that looks kind of decent. He has like an underbite, more or less. Which makes his lip really stand out. Yeah, I think this works. And yeah, I think this is good. 30. Yeah, I think this is good. I like this. And then he has this crown out of weirdly, like weird rusted metal. I think that's all I need, really. Maybe one brighter color. Yeah. 70. 70. So it's this very dark rusted metal. Where you can clearly see that it's rusting. And the rest is just... Yeah. Yeah, I think this looks good. He also has this weird plate thing on the back. Yeah, I like this. I think it's better. And then I need to color his clothes, which I don't have a good reference here for. There's another reference image that probably... Because Murder at Carl of Manor artwork is probably a bit too far ahead for what I want, but it has the right sort of fabric color I want. So... let me just get that real quick. 10, 50. 20, 80. 45 probably. Then 40, 30, 65. 35. So it's gonna be like... mainly like this. Yeah, I think this looks probably about right. Eh, almost. I think I can actually be a bit more generous with the color here. Like, a bit more saturated. Not saturated, brighter with the base color. Yeah, I think this looks good. At least for this version of Cranko. I'll make a more refined, proper version later. But for now, this is good. I'm happy with it. Once he actually becomes a, you know, refined, gentle goblin. There's actually one thing I want to change. And I should have thought about it when I started making him. This is fun. What I forgot is that Cranko is a small creature. So I should probably make him actually small. It's not much, but it's just to indicate that he's, you know, not the same size as the other characters. That also means I can make this crown a bit bigger. Like the top spike. So... yeah. I think that's it for today. I know it was a short stream today, but I'm still absolutely kaput. So... I think yeah, I'm going to call it. Let's find someone to raid then, shall we? I'll be back on Friday. I kinda want to do the favorite Pokemon thing on Friday, but I might just do a poll about that. I'll think about it. Who is live? Who can we raid? I know Box was live earlier, but I think he raided... Otherwise I would have raided him. That's right. Hats is doing Super Mario Bros. 2. Hudson is a Sonic speedrunner, I need to stress. And he's pretty much never played Mario games before. So... that sounds like a mistake. Let's raid him. Let's see. What do we do as a raid message? Sonic is looking different today. Use whatever radio mode you like. I'm going to use this. Because it's funny. And yeah, I'll see you all around on Friday. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm not used to this yet. Yet again, I've been gone for so long. We'll get there again. So until Friday, bye bye.